Hi there, I'm Kara from the Hooting Pirate, and I'm here to show you how to use your Printable Commit 30 to make a quarterly booklet. I say quarterly because otherwise it's too thick, but an insert that you can use in your traveler's notebook. So I've got a simple way to do this. I was complicating things a lot before, but now I've got it simplified. Use Adobe Acrobat Reader, which I'll show you in just a sec, but I wanted to just sort of point out something that you need to choose your pages before you print in the correct order, because as it's a calendar, here you have October, these pages need to be facing. Same with all of the weeklies. So you want to have whatever page is before the spread you want to start with as your first page. So let's say that you wanted to start with this calendar, or maybe you wanted to even start, let's say you want to start with this page, which is Monday the 17th. Whatever page happens to be before it, which is this one, you're going to want to start with that one, so that it'll be this one, like it'll be on the very front cover, so that you have the next ones facing. So it seems complicated, but I'll show you in just a second. When I get into the Adobe Acrobat Reader, you'll see that I've chosen this page as the first page on purpose to get these two to be facing and have a calendar on my two-page spread. Okay, I'll see you in Acrobat Reader. Okay, so here we are in Adobe Acrobat Reader, and as you can see, this is half of that calendar page that I showed you, and then down below it is the next one. So in order to get these as page 2 and page 3 so that they're facing in your booklet, you want to add this page before it as your page 1. So you can see here, this is page 127. So we're going to start with page 127, and then I'm not going to scroll down really fast because that'll just make you seasick. But I did do that beforehand, and that is page 163. So then you're just going to go under File and Print. And here you have the option of putting the page numbers in. So we're just going to put in 127 and 163. And then here you have the choice of page sizing and handling, and you're going to click on booklet. So you can see here it's put that page 127 as your first page, and if you click over, you'll see that on the back of that is that left-hand side of the of that calendar, and then it'll all print off the way you need it. So that you can print it into a booklet. Okay, so I'm going to go and I'm going to put some sort of thicker paper into my printer, and then I'm going to hit print. So then I will see you at the table. Okay, so here I am from the printer. All I did was just hit the print button, and I used a thicker paper. This is 120 grams. I don't know what that is in imperial. I'm in metric, so just a thicker paper than what you usually use in your printer. Okay, so you can see that this is the that first page that we saw, and if you fold it like this, I'm not going to fold it yet until I actually stitch it, but I just want to show you that the next page is that October calendar that I showed you, and it is facing. And then you can always double check to make sure everything lines up, and then you'll come to the middle, and it should just go, I've got Monday 14, Tuesday 15, Wednesday 16, Thursday 17. So that lines up, and we're going to bind it down the middle. You could cut it, hole punch it, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to stitch it. So I've got this piece of pattern paper that I cut out. I'm A4, so I cut it to A4 and fit this. And this is going to be my cover. But I want to put it, this is the outside that I want, so I'm going to put that down. This is my first page, so this is going to end up like this, like that. And so this is the middle. So what you have here is your outside, this is your inside, this is your first page, and then this is your middle. I'm just going to show you one more trick before I leave you for a second to go to my sewing machine. If you want to stitch a straight line in the exact middle, I have a tip. If you fold it directly in half, you're automatically going to get the exact center, so you don't have to measure. And then you can use your sewing machine and just stitch along that fold. Sometimes I find if it's not light enough, I won't be able to see this, so you can always put a light pencil mark, but remember that once you stitch over it, you won't be able to erase very well. So if you can go with the fold, it's probably easier. So I'm going to go stitch this up, and I will be back. So here I am from my machine. I just stitched it rather quickly. I did back stitch. You don't really need to. And I'm just going to trim my threads. Oh, I didn't get very close. Well, it's not a big deal. We could get that later. And then I'm going to show you another thing, because I find if you just fold it like this, the fold doesn't line up with the actual stitching. So what I will do is there's that one's already folded because we did that beforehand. And I will fold each individual page in one side and then the other, because I find that it makes the booklet straighter, I guess. It's kind of time consuming and annoying, but it gets it all folded up nicer. I can do 2 at a time, I guess. Okay, so I've got it all folded, but as you can see, this is all nice and straight, but since the paper is so thick and there's a lot of it, the pages in the middle are a lot longer than the ones on the end. They're not actually longer, they're just the ones on the outside have to go a bit further because they've got the fold and they're going around all the other pages. So what I do in that case is I take my trimmer and I very carefully, because I've kind of ruined a few books. Not really ruined, but messed up. I go really slow and I just do a couple pages at a time, and I'll just trim them and I'll take them out. Because I find if I just keep going and going, it kind of gets a little mangled. So I just go slow until I get to the bottom of the stack. See, I just go about 4 or 5 each time. It just makes a nice little edge. And I find sometimes when I get deep, this top cover will get mangled. So I'll open up, hold this in place so it doesn't move. And there. That's it. Oh, there's a little bit left there. There. So, no, there's still more left. There. Okay, so now we have a nice smooth edge. And then I'm going to go round all these corners, and you'll see that the book, once the corners are rounded, is completely done. So there you have it. I've rounded all my corners, and my little booklet looks fantastic. So I can use this insert right in my traveler's notebook, and there you have the Commit 30 calendar inside. You can decorate the cover or do whatever you like, leave it plain. I do have a video on how I've decorated a cover, so you can check that out. I'll link it below. And so if you like this, click like and subscribe, and hopefully I'll be back with lots more videos, tutorials, and all that for you. Take care. Have a good day.